communication. So I've already seen some gaps in communication.
Yeah.
How is communication now?
Great.
Yeah.
I think it's to the point where he's probably sick of me telling him everything. um, there have been lapses, for sure. I think in any relationship. Last year, I started dating a guy, and I had lied to my husband about a certain incident because I wanted to keep a dirty little secret for me. Because I've always had to tell him everything that's happened in the past with anybody that I've gone out with, whether it was platonic or if we had sex. If we had sex, I had to give him the nitty gritty details.
Mm-hmm.
And this time around, I had met this guy, took him on a date, had a great time, and fooled around in the middle of the field at Sullivan fireworks on July 4th. And my husband was like, "Did you guys do anything?" And I'm like, "No." Nope. And then he borrowed my netbook a few days later, and I left Facebook up, and he was reading the message between me and my beau, and he was like, my beau had said that was the best blowjob I had ever had, and my husband was like, "So, did you do anything with him?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Did you do anything with him?" I'm like, "No."
Oh man, you were like holding to that.
Totally. And in my head, I'm like, I know he knows. I don't know why I'm just hiding this.
Right.
So I hid it.
Because it was clear the way he was.
Absolutely. And I knew, I knew that night, actually. I don't know how I knew, but I knew that night. So he lost trust for me. And so because of that, I have learned, let's not hide any more secrets. It doesn't matter how lame or how amazing it was. If he asks you a question, just fucking tell the truth. No more of these, I like to keep my dirty secrets to myself. So now he has to hear everything.
So why did you want to keep that secret? I know you said because you had to say stuff in the past, but like, why was that a problem for you?
I wanted some intimacy that he wasn't involved in. I felt like with previous people that I had dated in the past, telling him the stories involved him in the relationship, and I wanted this to be kind of like, I really like this guy, I can see things occurring with this guy more often in the future, potentially, we'll develop a relationship, which we did, and I don't want to have to involve my husband in this relationship. So it was kind of, again, it was that dirty little secret. I wanted that little... Everybody's got skeletons in their closet, and I just wanted one more bone, no pun intended. So, yeah, that would be my explanation.
Huh, okay. And the next day is when he started asking questions.
It was like 5 days after the
5 days.
fact, yeah.
So how did you feel within the 4 or 5 days? You were like,
I was elated. I was walking on clouds, man.
Like, all right, got my secret.
Exactly.
Like,
I didn't even think of it. After
No.
I told him no, it was out of my mind.
Okay.
Until I got found out. And then it was in the focus for 8 months.
Oh, man.
So,
yeah, how did that 8 months go? So, like, you got
pretty
caught.
rough.
He didn't trust you. So,
No.
like, what?
It was pretty rough. He basically shut down on me. Communication went...
So, does that mean, like, communication went...
Just, like... Because he wasn't talking to me, and I tried to talk to him, and he'd be like, "I don't care, I don't want to hear it." There was some fighting. It was a little rough. He had it in his head, because I lied to him, he believed that this person that I'm now seeing takes precedence. That I'm putting this person ahead of him now, because
you were hiding for a reason.
I chose to lie.
Yeah, you're like, there's some reason you're lying about this specific person.
Right. So he started putting it in his head that I'm going to leave him. And then I'm going to leave him for this guy, because I lied to him when he's always been a very honest person. We've always been honest throughout our relationship. So, it was choppy, but I think he saw that I wasn't going to leave him, especially when he started to see that my relationship with the other guy, D, I'll call him, started getting a little bit rocky. was 7-year difference. He was younger. Maturity level was a lot different. I was getting very annoyed very easily.
Yeah.
So I think he started catching on joy.
Like,
Seeing that.
yay.
Oh, good. She's not liking him anymore. So I feel safe in my marriage again. I don't know.
Okay. So and after that, did you start being honest about everything?
Everything.
Yeah. So what kind of honest, like, how do you share now?
How I share, for instance, the other night I spent the night over at my boyfriend's house, and I came home and I just, hey, this is what we did. This is what we talked about. You know, this from everything to the food that he cooked, to from dinner to breakfast, to the coffee that I drank, to the wine that I drank, to the sexual positions, to the conversations, to everything.
And makes him happy. He wants to hear all this.
He likes hearing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't mind telling him anymore. I used to really
Cool.
mind telling him.
What did it mean that you had to tell him?
It just meant that I didn't have any privacy. It felt like it was an invasion of privacy. Now it's whatever.
So like, what is whatever though? Because now you don't have the privacy that you wanted to have. So
I
how
still
is it
have the privacy. I think because of what happened. I think because of the lie. I don't want to say he ever saw it the way I was trying to get him to see my point of view. However, he did step back quite a bit and allowed me that freedom of doing what I want to do and not having to have to tell him things. And I think when he started to withdraw, that's when I started saying, you know what, I want to tell you.
Okay.
And he doesn't ask for anything now.
Okay.
So
anything
I
you say
offer
is
it.
you giving to him.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of how it is with us right now as well.
How long have you been poly?
5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see. Together 9.
Or swinging?
Swinging for 1 year, and then open for half a year, then poly for the rest.
Yeah.
So, total accident too. That story's ridiculous.
Yeah. I look forward to hearing it.
So you said he was more the honest one.
Yes.
You were like resistant somehow.
Yeah.
And how do you think that's changed your relationship? Like,
it's definitely stronger
because of that.
Because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Once you take down that wall, I mean, we all put up walls. Once you become vulnerable to a person, there's that intense, like, I don't know how to put it. It's just a tremendous amount of trust that's placed when you have that vulnerability exposed. Because basically you're saying you have this and you can take it and you can crush the shit out of it and turn me into something that I don't ever want to be. And yeah.
Sounds great.
It sounds great.
That description sounded awful, but I get it. Hopefully someone else gets it too. Yeah, there is that total, like, here, I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah.
You're still here.
You're still here. We've been through shit together.
Yeah, I definitely see, like, being through shit with someone and getting through it is what really has you connect with them. When everything's good, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, we have a great time, and then something bad happens and it's over. It's like, well,
right.
What the fuck?
And
good
how are we
time.
going to repair this? And how are we going to act to repair it? Are we going to be mature about it? Are we going to treat each other like shit? So.
Just the bad times that actually improve things, ironically.
Absolutely. Right?